Hello and welcome to the fourth video in my book review series. I recently finished reading The Mammoth, The Second Sex by Simone de Beauvoir. I hope I pronounced that correctly. It was really, really interesting. It was a mission. Like, I had to intentionally set aside reading time more than once a week to ensure that I think it took me, I've been reading this for about, I want to say about 2 to 3 months. Yeah, okay, maybe 2 months. It's just under 800 pages, which is a lot of reading. I found this book really thought-provoking. She basically analytically breaks down each phase of being a woman. So starting from being a little girl, the expectations that come with that, going into being a teenager, going into being a young woman, then being a single woman, being a married woman, all the obligations that come with marriage, going into maturity and old age. And I think the best way to describe it is be prepared to have concepts that you've known your whole life laid bare and like dissected in a way you've never seen before. I mean, she made her words are searing. Like, there were some sentences that I read and I had to like close the book and just sort of let it sink in. Like, oh, okay, wow. And it really helped me to see how the system of patriarchy and how it's still venerated to this day hasn't happened by accident. It's actually hardwired into the systems that we know it. And it's for various reasons. I mean, a lot of it was just ensuring that power and wealth stayed within certain families. Women were basically the commodities that they used to do that. And even the way women had a lot of their rights taken away and then slowly had to start fighting for them back. It covers all of that. And it's really sobering, actually, because it makes you feel really bad for women, because there's so many of us and we're just as capable, we're just as intelligent, we're just as competent, but because of centuries of disenfranchisement, basically, we found ourselves in this unfortunate situation where I'm trying to be politically correct here, where, you know, we're sort of seen as almost like second-class citizens, to quote Buchi Emecheta, who was like a famous feminist writer, a Nigerian, who I think her death anniversary just passed, which is why she came to mind. I mean, she had 5 children by the age of 23 or something crazy, and her husband burnt her first manuscript because he thought that she was wasting her time writing a book and she should be focusing on taking care of the kids in the house. Anyway, all of that to say that if you can get through this, it's well worth your efforts. I wish I understood French, because I would love to have read this in its original French, because no matter how good this was translated by 2 amazing women. Okay, their name's not on the cover of the book, so but 2 amazing women, and I can only imagine how much work this took them, so I'm really grateful to them for that. But in the original French, definitely, I'm sure we've lost a couple of nuances here and there, but all in all, I don't regret it, and I would absolutely recommend it, not just to women and not just to men, but to everyone, regardless of how you identify, just to understand the motivations behind a lot of the infrastructures that are in place today, and that still govern our societies. So definitely pick up a copy if you dare. But yeah, it was a good read. It was a really good read, and I'm glad I made it through. So thank you for watching, as always. The next book is even larger, so I will see you in the next video, whenever that may be. Thank you so much.